Hi, welcome to my pasta salad video. What I did before I turned the camera on was started the pasta, well, cook the pasta totally. I used this tricolor rotini, and it actually has like spinach and sun-dried tomatoes in it, so get a little nutrients in that. And so I actually rinsed this pasta, but I got a big pot of boiling water. When it came to a boil, put a couple teaspoons of salt in there. You always need a really big pot for when you're making pasta, and let it boil for about 7 minutes till it's al dente. And al dente just means in Italian to the tooth, and so it has a little bite to it. So we're going to start with all the goodies that are going to go in there, which is the funnest part. Well, first I'll start with the salad dressing. And what I do is I use this little salad dressing packet that comes in the store. This is my big secret. And I take the vinegar, and you're supposed to do it to the V mark, but I actually do my vinegar to the water mark. It tells you on the directions how to do this, but so I do it to the water mark instead of the V mark. And then I just put my little bit of water in, which is probably about a tablespoon. And then the directions say, I used red wine vinegar, but you can use cider vinegar. And then you put the packet in, which is just the Italian seasoning mix. It's really good. And the directions say to give it a shake before putting in the oil. And then the oil line, which is right here, it's right about there. I go just a little bit higher. There's the line, and I'm going to use vegetable oil. You can use olive oil too, but I use vegetable oil, so I'm going to put it a little above that because we went a little higher with the vinegar, so I'm just going a tiny bit higher with the oil. And if not, you can just do it the same way. I just like a little extra vinegar in my dressings. So I actually made 2 of these because we may need 2, I'm not sure. Usually I use 3 pounds of pasta, but today I'm using 2 pounds. And then you put this in the refrigerator so it can set and get all marinated, or yeah, mixed together there. So like I said, I usually do this with 3 pounds of pasta because we really enjoy this and we like to eat it for a few days. But just for the demonstration here, I'm going to just do 2 pounds. So the first thing that goes in, well, there's no special order, but we're going to use these shoestring carrots. Matchsticks are called. Shoestrings. Matchsticks. And get my bowl up here. I'm going to put about a cup of those. If you can see that okay. So we got a cup of those. And I might put a little bit more, it all depends. Usually I put a half a bag or so for. And I use a half a can of olives. I used to chop them all up, but now I just put them in whole. And I also use about a half of the green olives. And some of the juice can go in there too because the juice is really good and it just adds flavor. I mean, I don't put a lot, but some can go in there and it won't hurt. So we got that. And I don't know if I said to let the pasta boil for 7 or 8 minutes and then rinse it with cold water, let it cool, get it cooled down. That's the only time you ever want to cool down pasta or rinse pasta and cool it down. Okay, so now we have here some green peppers and red peppers, and I like to chop these up in matchstick sizes too. So what you do is just cut them real thin. And then these are small. These are a small pepper, so I'm just going to cut them in half. And then this one's a little bit bigger pepper, so I'm going to cut these in thirds. But just, you know, cut them little, like matchstick size. And then that way everything's like similar in size, like the size of the pasta. Let me get my mover. Here it is. Get my bowl up there. So this was, I'm using a half a red pepper and 2 small green peppers. They're pretty small, so I'm using 2 of those. I'll show you what I mean by small. This is a small pepper. So, okay, so like I said, just do them in half and then do these in thirds. And this pasta salad, you can actually put whatever you want in it, your favorite vegetables, whatever looks and sounds good to you can go in here and it'll be great. So let's put those in. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use all those or not. My bowls, it's going to get full before I get the pasta in there. I usually do it in my big roaster because everyone loves the pasta salad so much we never have enough of it. So then I took 2 big softball size onions, and I got them right here, and I shoot matchsticks those 2 about the same size so they look like about a matchstick as well, and break them up a little. Okay, so I'll show you how I do that. If you cut the onion in half, whoops, yeah, like this, and then cut it in half this way, you'll have what looks like the little shoes, the match strings anyway. I don't know why I keep saying shoestrings. And you just want to cut like that, if you can see, and it works pretty good. You can do it on the cutting board too, just do it the same way, you'll get the same effect. You just take out that middle piece because those aren't going to get small. Like, okay, so I showed you how to do that, but let's see. So then we'll put all those in. And in my opinion, you just put as many onions as you like, as many peppers as you like, olives, carrots. And this way you're getting lots of veggies in your kids, because anything mixed with pasta, kids like and they eat. Especially, you know, if it has pasta in it. So now what I'm going to do is put some of the pasta in. Probably about half. And just give it a mix. You can see all the pretty colors and how great it looks. That way I can see whether I need more of olives or more of the vegetables. And that looks pretty good. And now we're going to put some seasoning so it can get on the pasta. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of salt to start. Because don't forget, you got 2 pounds of pasta, so we may even need more. And then I get a heaping teaspoon of, or half a teaspoon of pepper. And then we're going to put some salad dressing in. Give it a shake every time you use it. And this is probably going to take the whole thing with no problem. And the pasta will soak up a lot of that. And so sometimes it gets a little dry tomorrow. And if it does, I just put some more dressing in. So I made up 2 of those dressing packages. But you can see how nice that looks right now. And I'm going to show you. You can use any type of meat that you like to put in there. I'm going to use this just thin pepperoni. And what I do is just cut it in 4s. And just take your finger and break them all up so they're in pieces like that. So let's see. And then I have 2 kinds of cheeses. I have a Monterey Jack and a cheddar. About 4 ounces each. And I just like the different colors and the different tastes. And I just cut them in little cubes. It's better to cut it when it's cold. It usually cuts a lot better. And then you just want to break them all up a little bit. And you don't want to put the cheese in until like the very last, because especially if the pasta still has a little warm hint to it, you don't want it to melt the cheese, so I always put that in last. Oops, I guess that softened up a little. My hands are kind of greasy from the dressing. I better not try to dare it. Oh. Okay, and like I said, you can change the salad up, maybe put broccoli and cherry tomatoes, or put whatever you want in there. Anything's going to taste good with that Italian dressing. Okay, so that was, I think 8 ounces of pepperoni. 6 ounces of pepperoni that I have in here, and 8 ounces of cheese, 4 ounces each. And you want to put that in, give it another big stir. Oh my goodness, you can see that, it looks so good. And it might look, you know, a little like it has too much dressing right now, but it soaks into everything, so you may need a little bit more. What I do is usually sit it here for about a half hour after I actually finish it, stir it a couple more times, and just see where it's at, and if it needs more, I put more. Or like I said, the next day it dries up, I put more. It tastes really good. I'm going to add another teaspoon of salt. And remember, this is a lot of, a lot of pasta. I like to put some fresh crack in there too, because I like to see it in my pasta. Okay, let's give it another stir. And we don't even have all the pasta in there yet. That's just half of it. And it looks like it's a lot, but believe me, when you start eating it, and it goes fast, especially if you have it for a party, it goes so fast. And actually my son Jordan, he's home from college, and he asked me to make him chicken wings and pasta salad. So I said, yeah, I'll make you pasta salad and chicken wings. So he goes, actually, can you make the chicken wings or the pasta salad before I get home so I can have it for breakfast? I'm like, sure, because that's how much we do like to eat it. And I think I'm going to add the whole can of olives. Everyone loves the olives. And I think I'm going to put in the rest of these peppers. So it was 2 small green peppers and a half of a red one. And I think we got enough onions. And let's see, we'll put some more carrots. So we'll make it 1.5 cups of carrots. As long as we don't go overboard, or not overboard with the stuff, but over the bowl, we're good. And everyone loves this salad. I love it. I could eat it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it's got so much in it that it's like a meal in itself. Yep, so we fit the whole 2 pounds in there. And I think I'm going to put another half of the dressing in there. So we actually put 1.5. So when you go to make it, that's what you'll put for 2 pounds of pasta. And I may even put some more cheese in here, so instead of 4 ounces, I'll probably end up going with 6 ounces because it looks like it needs some more cheese. You could use salami, you could use the chopped pepperoni where you chop it yourself, but I felt like being lazy and I just bought that thin slice, but I'm not really crazy about that. I like the big chunks. But put whatever you like in there, whatever kind of cheese, Swiss cheese, pepper jack cheese. Okay, I think everything's in there, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me give it another taste for you just to see. Oh my goodness. And sometimes when you first make it, it tastes a little, like I said, like too much dressing, and everything's not marinated and melded together, but this is so good. And there's a picture for you. Actually, I'll pull it up here so you can see it better. That's like my pride and joy. It took me a long time to get my measurements all down and find the dressing that I like to make it, and I finally got it all together, and I'm proud of the sale. It's my favorite. It's everyone's favorite. Give it a try. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching.